Today, I'm going to be breaking down the Facebook ad strategy of a seven-figure brand called Rejuvenator. So in today's video, we're going to be covering a quick background check on me about Rejuvenator, what they are currently doing well within their Facebook ad strategy, and then analyzing their Facebook ads library. So I'll pull that up and run you through a few videos and a few things that they are doing well, I'll point out, and also things that they could do to improve. We're also going to dive into some competitor analysis, recommendations for improvement, running through some real ad creative ideas that we can test out on this ad account, an example or a role play of if they were to give me $30,000 monthly ad budget, what I would actually do with that. So I'm going to give you away the exact strategy that I would use to implement if I was going to take over this ad account, and then an action plan moving forward, and then also a conclusion. So this is going to be a really in-depth videos with exact examples that I would actually use for this account. So for those who don't know me, I'm an experienced digital marketer, and over the past 4 years, I've created Social Slingshot, which is a marketing agency who specializes in Facebook ads for e-commerce brands. So before I get into breaking down the exact strategy of a seven-figure brand, I want to show you why I'm qualified to speak on this topic. So this brand here increased their sales by nearly 1,000% over an 18-month time frame. As soon as I took on their Facebook ad accounts, they absolutely went to the moon and almost 10x their business. We were just 4% off, which I was pretty devastated when I took that screenshot. This next one is an example of an ad account where we spent almost $100,000 and generated $500,000 at a 5.13. And this one here, where we doubled a business sales within a 6-month time frame. So as you can see there, they crossed over that $1 million mark. So Rejuvenator is a brand that I just come across on Instagram, and I absolutely love what they're doing, especially organically. But then I went over to the Facebook ads library and noticed a few tweaks that we could implement that would make the ad account so much more successful. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. But a quick background story on Rejuvenator. They're a brand who is in the shoe care industry. So they specialize in offering products to sneaker enthusiasts, mainly around cleaning. And they also have a couple of water resistant products. So despite having a solid brand proposition and a large following, their Facebook ad strategy does need some fine tuning to really get the most out of the platform. Because as you can see here, they've got nearly 1 million followers, so 788,000 followers. They've got an insane amount of posts, over 1,200 posts, active on their stories, and there's a giveaway on at the moment. So these guys are doing an incredible job organically, but I think their Facebook ad strategy is lacking, which is what this video is about. So I just want to quickly run you over their current Facebook ad strategy via the Facebook ads library. So when we pull up this account, I'll actually run through some positives such as ASMR videos or other trending videos, high quality creatives. What they actually do with their hooks, I think is really, really important, and they do a fantastic job of it. And we'll speak a bit about their landing pages. So let's bring up their Facebook ads library. So as you can see here, they are running 22 ads, but they have 788,000 followers, which is a bit misaligned there because they have so many followers, but they're severely underspending on the platform. And I'll get to that point a bit later when I do the competitor comparison. But as you can see here, they've got some really, really high quality creative. So I'll just zoom in for you guys as well. Try to make my head a bit smaller. Just watch the first 3 seconds, and it's directly calling out festival goers. They'll probably buy expensive shoes, but they get ruined in the mud and the dirt. So obviously this is a shoe cleaning company, and you can see here they got some of actually showing a before and after, which is another example that I'll get to a bit later on. But you can see throughout these videos, a lot of these cleaning or ASMR videos don't actually have captions on it, which is interesting because most people actually watch videos without sound, especially Facebook ads. So what I'd recommend for these guys is to actually add some captions, which they are doing a little bit, but not in every single creative. Now, also for this video, they skip in and out of text, which is good. Retention hacking there. So actually getting people to watch more of the video. So throwing up some text every 3 to 5 seconds to keep the viewer engaged, switching up to different angles, which they do really well. And these ASMR videos are really great, but only when the audio is actually on. So there is major room for improvement when looking at this Facebook ad account. Now, also spoke to you about the hooks, and I think they're doing a terrific job of these hooks, like this one right here. So you can see the transition, that was over That was over in about 3 seconds. So these guys are really focusing in on their hooks, and I think they're doing a terrific job and using really specific call outs as well. They're doing a fantastic job on that. So their hooks are very good. Do more like captions and things to spice some of these creatives up. But overall, they're doing a really good job. And as you can see, their creative team is very good at what they do. It's a very, very high quality creative. So a lot of their ads are going to the product pages if there's a specific product being promoted, or they are going to the collection pages, which is great to see. A lot of brands do make the mistake of just sending it to the homepage, thinking consumers are going to find their way around the website, and that's not always the case. Alrighty, so let's get into the meat of this video, which is probably why you're here, the roast of the Facebook ads library for Reshoevn8r. So while Reshoevn8r is doing a lot of great work, there are things that need improvement that can be made to further increase revenue and overall profits via Facebook ads. So as I told you earlier, they've got 788,000 followers, but only 22 active ads at the moment. Now, if we compare this to a different brand, we try to push for today's example, you can see that they have 63 ad results, but as we come over to Instagram, they've only got 216,000 followers. So about a third of the size, but they're actually running 3 times more ads than Reshoevn8r, which means Reshoevn8r is probably underspending on the platform. Now, these platypus ads have actually been running since near the start of the month, which shows you they are profitable, because why the hell would they be running something this long if it wasn't profitable? Now, a thing that I didn't mention when we had Reshoevn8r's ad library up is that they do not use a lot of images at all, if any. So why I make that point is because we're seeing images absolutely crush it on every single client account at the moment. And a lot of the times, images are actually outperforming video, mainly because consumers can interpret images much faster than video. So they don't have to wait 30 seconds for you to actually sell them. Usually there's a call to action in the image straight away, or a direct pain point. The user doesn't actually have to think about what they're looking at. They can just read it straight away, know the offer, and then go through the website and check out. Another really effective ad that this Reshoevn8r brand isn't using is dynamic product carousel ads, which are these type here. So just the image on a plain background. Why these are so effective is because they dynamically change based on what the user has interacted with in the past. If I'm going to see this ad on my own Facebook, I would have added this product to cart or shown heavy interest visiting the product page and spending a lot of time there. Facebook knows that data because of the Facebook pixels. So this is why you'll get ads following you around like a stalker. And Reshoevn8r is currently not using these ads, which I feel is a big opportunity missed. Now, you can also see with every single one of their videos, they do have captions on it, which is a point that I pointed out when we're doing Reshoevn8r's Facebook ads library. So I think it's very important to have captions on every single video, just to increase user retention and just in case somebody does have the sound off. You can see these are very simple product images. As you can see, these are very simple images just with some text overlay, a logo, the logo of the shoe brand that they're actually selling. But Reshoevn8r could run something very similar to this. So I know they are a shoe cleaning brand and this isn't their exact product, but they could use images like this, have their product on white just down here and be like, instead of this text here, they could be like, get your shoes as squeaky clean as this pair. Something like that, for example. As we scroll down, you can see just more simple image ads. And you can see that these ads have been running since the 28th of June. The day of recording this is the 24th of July. So these ads have been running for almost a month. So there's absolutely no way these ads would be still running if they weren't profitable. But just coming back to the presentation. So as you can see, there's little to no captions on video ads for Reshoevn8r, which is something Platypus is doing very well. There's no actual specific offer ads for Reshoevn8r either. So at the moment, they do have a pretty big sweepstakes going on at the moment. So this is their special offer. So for every $1 spent, you'll get entries into this sweepstakes, right? But when we go over to Facebook ads library, there's actually nothing about that offer running at the moment, which I find strange. Why have something that you're promoting heavily across your website or your organics, but you're not actually going to use that to get higher click-through rates and higher purchase rates through Facebook ads as well? If they actually run that offer, I almost guarantee that would be their best performing ad. And they have some super clean creatives for this sale as well, which I won't get into, but I did see a couple on their stories. Now, these guys are also not doing enough creative testing. They might have found a framework that actually works, so that ASMR videos might be working extremely effective because 80% of their ads are that style. There needs to be more creative testing from images to actual angles of creative as well. So I'll get into that a bit later when we dive into the marketing budget. They're also using limited image ads despite raving success with all my other client accounts. So while these guys aren't a client accounts and I never talk to these guys, it is a trending topic at the moment that image ads are absolutely dominating Facebook ads. And there's only one obvious retargeting angled ad, which I'll bring up now. So as we scroll down, their retargeting ad is one of their best performing, and I think it's this one that I was talking about. So for a limited time, I only save 10% on our top selling water and stain repellent and get fast and free shipping. So that's pretty direct copy, right? Save 10% off. So this might be their first order or an email sign up or something like that. So that's really their only bottom of funnel or retargeting style ad that they have in this whole ads library. So things like dynamic product carousel ads and other direct copy will help actually convert people. They're not just watching the same videos over and over again. ASMR is very good for top of the funnel, but won't really make somebody convert bottom of the funnel. There needs to be a specific offer, like the 10% off or even the dollar sweepstakes that they have been promoting on their website. So these are only insights that we can pull from the Facebook ads library without looking into the back end of the ad account. And I'm sure there's a range of things that we can fix up there as well. But yeah, as I said, I've never talked to this brand. We're just giving them a brand roast just because I love what they're doing on their organic socials, but I think they're lacking on the paid advertising side of things. So as we just went through the bit of a competitor analysis for Platypus, so Platypus, as I said, have a third of the followers, but are running 3 times the amount of ads. They use captions on all of their videos. Dynamic product carousel ads are active. They use a lot of single image content, and they're also leveraging UGC or influencer content, which Rejuvenator isn't doing a whole lot of. It's mainly those ASMR videos, and there's no real faces or anything being shown. This must be the brand owner. These are obviously great, but it's not somebody else raving about how their brand is so great. It's like you can shout from the rooftop how great you actually are, but it's really reputation that gets people over the line, or reading other people's reviews or honest reviews and things like that. So UGC is obviously a gold mine at the moment, and these guys aren't leveraging it enough. Unlike Platypus sneakers, which if we go to their Facebook ads library, you can see this chick here, that's very UGC style. And as we scroll down towards the bottom as well, there's a few videos. This guy's an AFL player, if you know him. Pat Lipinski, this guy's Harry Hollins. I'm not sure if he's an influencer or like just a UGC creator, but yeah, you can see that using different faces to promote their brand as so different target markets. So this is obviously a female targeted one, this is a male targeted one, and so on, so on. Okay, so overall recommendations for improvement. So use more image content, invest in UGC and influencer content, get dynamic product carousel ads active ASAP, get these active like as of today. I cannot stress that enough. These are like the most effective ads that you can run on Facebook and Instagram. More copy about why people actually clean or want clean shoes. So e.g. that new shoe feeling without having to spend hundreds of dollars on a new shoe. So there's a lot of copy about like, what are you waiting for the do-it-yourself? Cleaning shoes will be easy. Your shoes are made to be worn. Protect them with Rejuvenator, clean, protect, and rock with confidence. Everybody like the features of your product. It's not actually like selling a story about why they want to have clean shoes. So this one here, I think, does a better job with the video, because lots of people would go to a festival or play footy, for example, and then they want clean shoes after. The copy doesn't really align with that. It's not selling the story. So I think there could be a bit more storytelling within their copy as well to get people over the line, but also more direct copy for retargeting. And then test more creative angles and copy. So we saw a lot of the same creative style, but maybe they have different content pillars. One of them be aesthetics, one of them be for like more cost effective than buying new shoes all the time, just wash them yourself. And then also environmental considerations. So this might be an angle that they've never thought about before, but obviously if you're able to clean your shoes instead of buying a new one, that's going to have environmental considerations, which is a pretty hot topic around the world at the moment. So I think that angle could be quite good for some target markets. Now, how would actually go about implementing these changes or different ad ideas to test? So I've screenshotted 6. We'll go through each of these individually. So for this, I actually use an app called Foreplay, which is where I save all my favorite ads into one spot, so I can easily go back and reference and replicate these ads for different brands. So obviously, a shoe one is always going to be good. So Vessi is probably a good Facebook ads library for Rejuvenator to go and have a look at. But this one here is just a simple benefit and features ad. So very simple image, but the user instantly knows that, hey, these shoes are waterproof, they're breathable. Like, how does that even make sense? Like, this shoe is amazing. They're also lightweight and ultra comfy. It's like, damn, these must be the best shoes on the market. And then they also have interest-free payments with Sezzle. Never heard of that, but it's obviously implying that these shoes are very high quality. They might have a price tag attached to it, but you can also pay it in installments. So yes, I want a waterproof pair of shoes. I want them to be breathable, lightweight, and ultra comfy. Like, let's go to the website, check it out. I don't care how much this costs. I need to have it. And then for adventure seekers, so that's a direct call out to the target market. So with, I'll get into the why they're using that or why that's good to go broad in the marketing strategy a bit later on. But this is a before and after ad. So maybe you have like a dirty pair of shoes here and a clean pair of shoes here. So I know they did that via video, but also having that as an image ad as well. And then comparing the difference to those two, I almost guarantee that the image ad will outperform the video, just because users or consumers can interpret that image much faster than video. And I have seen this work time and time again across the ad accounts that I do manage. Now, these guys have a truckload of reviews, but they're not currently using any of them throughout their Facebook ad account. So I definitely highly recommend using some review-based content, whether that be in the form of UGC or simple image ads with text overlay like this one. I think that would be super important, and these are great top of bottom of funnel ads. This one here, another benefits and features ad, just a different way to actually. So this one here, just another simple benefit and features ad. This is just another way to do this sort of ad, just make it look a bit different. So obviously it's got like the blacked out image in the background with the white text on front to make it pop. I think this type of creative is really effective, and I've seen it work time and time again within the Facebook ad accounts that I manage as well. And then obviously this is like a quality angle, so a specific angle the reach is going after. So this is not cheap. If I was to come across this ad on my own phone, I'd be like, what the hell? Why are these guys promoting this? Isn't cheap, right? It's just like a thumb scroll stopper. So I really like this ad for that reason. Now, as I said, Rejuvenator is doing a fantastic job on their visual hooks within their videos, but they're not using much image content. So the hook or the headline on an image is also very, very important at stopping the thumb scroll and getting people to actually take actions. And then a how-to routine. So as we saw, a lot of those ASMR videos in video format are how-to videos, but then also having just a simple image running through the 3-step process. Maybe it would be like, I don't know what they actually do. Maybe scrub it, wipe it, and then do the water resistant spray on the shoe. So you would have those as the 3 call outs, and these are some ads I would definitely test within the ad account. And they're all images because they're doing a pretty good job with their videos at the moment. So just trying to give this brand some new, fresh ideas. All right, moving on. So let's role play a $30,000 per month ad budget for Rejuvenator. So this is something I prepared a little earlier. So this is a $30K monthly ad budget for Rejuvenator or any brand. So if you are around this monthly ad budget and your ad account is an absolute mess at the moment, then go ahead and copy this strategy. Yeah, I'm going to quickly explain why I've made these decisions. So let's talk about splitting up the ad budget. So obviously you want most of your budget to be going into current winning ad creatives, but you also want to be setting some testing budget as well. So the general rule of thumb is between 10 to 20%. If I was going to come into Rejuvenator's business and run ads for them, I'd actually put aside more budget in the first few months for creative testing to really dial in what's working, because they do have a lot of similar creative. We want to try to diversify that, because especially once you get into 7 to 8 figures, there's so many different target markets and new people that actually need to hit. So diversifying that content to make sure you're accommodating for everyone. So we have a $10,000 monthly testing budget. So this is the testing structure that we're going to use. We also have $16,000 in our scaling campaigns. And then we also have around $4,000 for traffic. Now, in the past, I have said, do not use traffic, just go for purchase conversions only. I have seen good results recently with running traffic optimized campaigns for cheap traffic, getting eyeballs in, growing sessions, growing awareness, growing engagement at a cheap level, and introducing them into a new funnel. Now, why I don't recommend this strategy for people under, say, $10,000 a month budget, just focus on conversions. But once you start scaling up, you do need to get some cheap eyeballs, awareness, and try to introduce your brand to new people, especially if you're in a country like Australia, like I am. The population size is quite small, so these conversion ad audiences are quite condensed. So trying to use a traffic or a cheaper engagement to go out and try to hit those new audiences, that's what we're going to be trying to do with this $4,000 a month marketing budget. Now, this second number here is the daily ad budget that we're going to be using. And then this smaller number here is the spend per day per ad. So if we break down this $8,000 marketing budget, so this is actually 16, but I didn't have enough room to fit it there. But this is 16 between these two campaigns, and these are going to be split evenly just between these, just for the first month to see which campaign structure actually works the best. So Advantage Plus is absolutely crushing it at the moment. But on some accounts, I do see the more traditional campaigns outperforming Advantage Plus at the moment. So for this one, we're going to be running an $8,000 Advantage Plus or $266 Advantage Plus campaign. The only exclusion or cap that we're going to put on it is the existing customer cap. And we're only going to limit that to around 5 to 10% of the total marketing budget. So we're going out and reaching new people, allowing the algorithm to go out and find people who are interested in our brand. So these are going to be the top 5 performing ads across the whole account. So obviously they're already running ads, so they're going to have the account history there. So we're just going to come in. I don't care what it is, whatever the highest purchase conversion value sort of ROAS or cost per purchase, we're going to be pulling those ads and putting them into the Advantage Plus campaign. And this has a large budget because they're already proven winners. Next, we'll go the full funnel scaling method. So we're going to have a top of funnel ad set and a bottom of funnel ad set. So this is more your traditional type of setup. Now, as you can see, this isn't very complicated at all. You want simplified account structures so you know exactly what's going on within your ad account at all times. And you pretty much don't need to do interest targeting or lookalike audiences anymore. Going broad is by far the best method and also the simplest method for anybody who's managing ads, especially if you are a brand owner managing it yourself. So this full funnel scaling strategy, so you got to have a top of funnel, you got to put your 3 best performing ads in here, and then also bottom of funnel. So this might be a review, this might be a dynamic product carousel ad, and then this one might be an influencer or a UGC creator talking about a special offer or something like that. Maybe they have a discount code. So yeah, put your 3 best bottom of funnel styled creatives in there. And then these ads, this campaign structure here should perform for you. These are already proven winners, so they should be able to scale up as well. So if you're seeing good results, maybe you're getting a 5 to 6 times ROAS after the first 5 to 7 days, increase it by 20%, and then keep going on that cycle until you hit infinity money, right? So next, this is where the heavy lifting will be done for our ad account and where most of the changes are going to be made. So we're spending $10,000 here, or $333 per day, or $27 per ad creative. Now, these are top of funnel angles. So the reason why we're not putting it all into the scaling, it's because those ads will eventually die or tire out, or fatigue is the word used. So what we're going to want to do is actually be constantly testing new creatives all the time. So these might be the best performers now, but they might not have done much testing in the past. So if we go in, create new optimizations or iterations on these ads, and we actually see like a 20 or 50 or 100% increase in performance, from these ads, then we can actually shift them into the scaling top of funnel campaigns or the ad plus. So you can see here we have 4 different ad sets. So this is a bit more complicated than the first 2, which only had 1, and this one had 2. This one's got 4. So what we're going to do is create a top of funnel angle ad set. So all these ads here are going to be for, say, aesthetics. So we're going to be wanting to be cleaning our shoes. So we're going to go for the aesthetic ads. So anything to do with like the aesthetic angle, we're going to put into this one. We're only going to be testing around 3 ads at a time. So maybe after 2 weeks, this ad here and this ad here has actually failed. And this one's a winner. So we'll keep this one on here for now. We'll actually duplicate it into this ad set. And then we'll also add in 2 new aesthetic based creatives, which are probably iterations of this one. And then hopefully after another week or 2, this ad here actually started outperforming this one and it outperformed this one. So we cut these 2 and then go through the same optimizations again. So this one here might be the cost effectiveness angle, and this one here might be the eco-friendly angle as well. So you just want different angles to go and see what resonates the most with your audience. This is how you're able to break down what actually resonates with your audience. So for this brand, it probably is the more aesthetics. And this eco-conscious one probably won't be the best performing, but you do need to test it based on data. You'll be surprised how many times I've guessed wrong. So it is important to actually test this with the numbers and actually put some money into it, because you might think that eco-friendly isn't a big selling point, but it actually might be your biggest selling point. So you do need to test that out. And then we also have a bottom of funnel angle. So these might be new text-based review-styled creatives or new user-generated creators creating ads for us. So we do want to test these out before putting them into the larger budget campaigns. And then finally, we have the traffic campaign, which is just top of the funnel, just trying to get new eyeballs onto the brand. We're going to be using our top 5 performing top of funnel creatives and just running this, just trying to get the cost per landing page view down as low as possible. So whatever your top 5 performing creators are, whack them in there. Let's say these 2 are the winners, cut these 3, add another 3 iterations in. So this acts as a traffic campaign, but also a playground or a testing ground for cheap engagement traffic, cheap testing is what I'm trying to say as well. So it's similar to this one. So use it as a cheap traffic and also a testing playground as well. This is really all I do with the 30K monthly ad budget. It doesn't seem that complicated when I break it down like this, but there is a lot of moving parts. And obviously we've only talked about the campaign structure and how to actually set it up. So you haven't talked about how to analyze ads or anything like that, which I'm not going to go through in this video. But if they were to move forward with this sort of strategy or hire me or anybody else to implement that, what we actually do is analyze ads on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis using that ADA model to make data-driven decisions to steer the ad account forward. So constantly optimize, iterate, and scale ads aggressively while cutting the losers. So the ADA model focuses on hook rate, average play time, outbound click-through rate, and then also like obviously your key e-commerce metrics such as cost per purchase and ROAS. Although that is becoming a more of a taboo metric every single day. In conclusion, Reshoevnator has a strong brand presence that can be leveraged further through more strategic and nuanced Facebook ad strategies. By implementing the changes that were discussed in this video today, any brand can see a significant improvement in awareness, traffic, but more importantly, sales. So as you consider the way forward for your own brand, you really only have 3 options. So number 1, you can continue managing your Facebook ads as you have been. This might seem like the path of least resistance, but if you're seriously seeking transformative results, this might not be the best option for you. Because remember, you're watching this presentation because you're looking for improvement and not doing the same thing you've always done, which has unlikely led to results that you're happy with. Or you can take on the DIY approach. So you can take all the insights from this presentation plus all my other videos to revamp your ad strategy yourself. While you'll undoubtedly learn a lot, be prepared to encounter challenges or roadblocks that could slow your progress down. This path will require a significant investment of your own time and energy, and being a busy business owner, you probably don't have either of those. Or number 3, you can let the experts handle it. So our team at Social Slingshot can take over and implement everything we discussed in this video today today for you. And with this option, you can expect comprehensive services, including ad design that captures attention and drives engagement. We'll take over your copywriting. We'll implement the strategy that we discussed today for you. Or if that doesn't suit, we will make sure the shoe fits. So we'll personalize the strategy to your brand. We'll always come up with fresh new ideas for creatives and copy and daily optimizations to ensure every dollar is being spent well. And also, we're not just a Facebook advertising agency. Do remember that. We also offer general consulting and CRO to maximize every single dollar you are spending on the platform. So the choice is yours. Whichever route you do take, remember that successful advertising is a journey, but a journey is always better when there's somebody by your side. So thank you for your time watching this video today. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions or need anything clarified.